Hey you guys, I wanted to come on here today and film a different style video than anything I've done before. I figured it was time to get another video out there and post something a little happier, because if you watched my most recent video, it was not a fun video to do. So I figured it's time to come back and film something a little more fun and something I enjoy talking about. So I figured I would show you guys the supplements that I'm currently taking and explain a little bit about the supplements and why I'm taking them and what I like about them. I am at a point right now where I'm taking more supplements than I've ever taken before. I used to just take protein powder and a pump and then occasionally pre-workout, but not typically, because I hadn't been able to find something that I really liked. So I wanted to come on here and show you guys what I'm taking and why I like them. So I figured we would start with good old protein powder, because pretty much everyone knows about protein powder. So this is something that I just really try to stay consistent with. I try to always have my protein after a workout within 30 minutes to an hour is like when I like to take it. And I have a few different ways that I enjoy drinking it or eating it. My favorite way is to put a scoop of protein powder in hot oatmeal. Oh my goodness, it's my favorite. So I figured I would show you guys the protein that I love putting in my oatmeal. My all-time favorite protein right now for hot oats is Morphogen Nutrition's glazed blueberry donut. I don't know if you can see that. But actually every supplement I take right now is from Morphogen Nutrition. I do have a discount code with them, and I have had this code for a few months now. I've honestly never been disappointed with any of their products. So that is the glazed blueberry donut, and it's my favorite to do in hot food. So like cream of wheat or cream of rice, I've tried it in. And then hot oatmeal is my favorite. It smells like Fruit Loops. So if you like Fruit Loops, yes, it's amazing. My other favorite flavor is maple cream donut. I love this protein, love it. So my favorite way to eat it or drink it, I love it in a cold smoothie with almond milk and ice, and it is wonderful. The consistency is perfect. But I love using this flavor cold, either to drink it with almond milk, or I like making it into a thick consistency with the ice and blending it. And then I love topping it with Chex Mix cereal, either peanut butter, I've done it with vanilla, chocolate, cinnamon. It's so good. So good. I also want to tell you guys the macros on this. Total fat is 1 gram per serving, 1 gram of fat, 3 carbs, and then 20 grams of protein per scoop. I am all about finding protein powder that is low in carb. As you know, I've been a bikini competitor for a year and a half, 2 years, year and a half, I think between a year and a half and 2 years. And I still have pretty low calories, so I love finding something that is low in carbs especially. And some of those protein powders are higher carbs, and it's just ridiculous when you're doing more than a scoop a day. The macros on the blueberry is 1 fat again, 3 carbs, and 20 protein. So the same amount. I think that I like the maple cream donut a little bit better than the blueberry glazed donut. So I would say this is easily a 10 out of 10. And then this one is probably a 9 or 9.5. Not quite as good as the donut. So if you're just going to get this, or if you're just going to get one, this is the one I choose. Alright, moving on from protein. So a supplement that I take every single morning religiously is my green supplement. I literally post about this pretty much every single day on Instagram. It is a complete nutrition support. It has greens, micros, it helps with digestion, it has omegas in it, and one of the biggest questions I get asked about this is, does it taste disgusting because it's a greens powder? I can honestly tell you guys, I enjoy the flavor. It is very refreshing to me. My husband likes it too, and he's pickier than I am. It's a pineapple flavor, which sounds really weird, but I just really enjoy it. I find it very refreshing. I use cold water, and then I make sure to use like a full glass of water. Otherwise the texture is a little bit like grainy almost. So I recommend using at least 8 ounces of water. And then I also have like a milk frother that I use, and it just gets all the clumps out, because getting a clump is a little bit, it's like a sour taste. So I started taking this supplement because I've always had a lot of issues with digestion and pretty severe bloating. We're gonna get TMI here, but I just cannot go to the bathroom maybe once a day. It's usually once every other day. And since I started taking this, I'm like a normal human. For the first time in my life, I am able to poop 2 to 3 times a day and I feel like a new person. I don't have stomach issues like I used to. I used to get sick most every day after eating. Just my stomach hurt all the time after eating meals. And I have changed my diet now that I'm working with a coach that does meal plans, so I know that my nutrition and just in general is much better. But I also just noticed a big difference when I started taking this, and I feel a difference when I do not take this. So this is probably the product that if I could only ever have one thing in my life, it would be this, because I don't want to look massively bloated every day of my life. So I'm very thankful to have that. And then Ortho Jen is what I take with my greens every morning. They just blend together really well. This is an advanced joint and connective tissue support supplement. It is to help rebuild, protect, and rejuvenate your joints and muscles. Sorry, my lighting is like really bad right now. Sorry you guys, it's super bright right now, but we're just gonna have to deal with it because I don't have another way to use different lighting besides natural light. Anyways, I put Ortho Jen in my glass of greens every day, and this is juicy orange flavor. It doesn't really change the flavor of my green drink in the morning, so I just add it in there. And I had Lyme's disease for 8 years growing up, so my muscles are just really weak. I have a lot of pain in my ankles, hips, and knees when I run, and this has helped me so much. I used to have trouble like sleeping at night after a long cardio session. I would just ache a lot, and I have had absolutely no pain since I started taking this. I don't think I've had a single day where my joints have bothered me. So this has been super helpful, and if you do have joint pain, I would recommend it. But if you don't, I would say this supplement is not something that you like desperately need. But if you do have pain, then I would recommend it just because it's helped me a ton. Alright, I'll move on to my pump product. This supplement is called Volumen, and this helps with blood flow, hydration, and oxygen uptake. So I take this and you get a real good pump at the gym. This is something that is supposed to help increase your muscle growth. This is not another must-have, but I just really enjoy taking this product. I love taking it for all of my workouts. I would say I take this product about 3 out of 4, 3 times. I usually lift like 5 days a week, and I take this 3 days a week. So I don't take it every time because I'm trying not to spend all of my money on supplements, but I do really enjoy taking this. I feel like it really helped grow my booty. I always take this on glute day and love it. Another one of my absolute favorites. So this is probably, I love them all, so it's really hard for me to pick. But this is one of my all-time favorites. It's called Thermage. It is a pre-cardio powerhouse. So right now I don't even take a pre-workout. I take my Volumen during my workout, and then I take a pre-cardio. I have always had issues with not being able to really sweat during a workout. Like my face will get a little bit sweaty, and my back, and then I'll get some good old boob sweat. But that's about it. I've never been somebody that drips. It's never showed through my clothes ever, maybe a tiny bit of my armpits, but I just don't really sweat. Even if I'm pushing my hardest, I don't sweat. So I started taking Thermage, and this is probably one of the products that I just didn't really think I was gonna notice a big difference on, and honestly just didn't think it was gonna be that great. But one of my friends always talks about it, so I decided to give it a try. And I wish that I had a picture to show you guys how soaking wet I am. But I will just wear like a Lululemon zip-up jacket and then my sports bra, and then I'll put my wrap, my Mike Davis sweat wrap on my waist. But when I take this, I am dripping, like dripping sweat in my eyes. My hair is soaked. My shirt will be, I mean, my jacket, you can touch it and it's just dripping. I could wring out my clothes. And so I do not do a cardio session without this. I'm actually getting pretty low. I like need to get more because I do not want to do a cardio session without this stuff. It is freaking amazing. And it also helps with energy and motivation, and I could tell a big difference. I just feel really focused during my cardio sessions, and I feel like I could go much longer than normal when I take this. So I especially recommend it if you're in prep because you do need to be sweating more and your energy's lower if you're deep into your prep, and it's just some of your cardio sessions are freaking hard to get through. So if you are in prep, I highly recommend taking this. And I'm not in prep anymore, but I will continue taking this because I feel so good after I am drenched in sweat. So I'll move on. I could talk about this all day. It's amazing. I just used it today. My clothes are in the washer. I had to shower because I was drenched from my cardio session. All right, I'll move on from that one. So my last and final supplement that I am taking right now is another one. I wasn't so sure if I would tell a difference. It is called Morphogen. And I know some coaches that literally put this on their athletes' meal plan or just plans in general because of how much it helps. It's supposed to be a stress and hormone support. It helps balance out your hormones. I know females especially have issues with their cortisol levels being really high, especially, you know, we get periods, our hormones are crazy. I can tell such a difference with this, and the funny thing is my husband can tell a difference. I forgot to take it one day, and I forgot to take it for 2 days, and then the day I took it, I got home from work, and he's like, is something different today because you just seem like happier and you don't seem as stressed out as you were earlier in the week. And he's like, did you do anything differently? Like, what's different? And then I thought about it and I was like, oh my gosh, I took my Morphogen today and I forgot to take it the last 2 days. And he was like, please do not ever run out of that stuff. Like, can we make sure there's a bottle on hand? I promise I'm not crazy. Just life has been a little stressful right now. Things have been rough, and I'm definitely more emotional when I don't take this. So this is another one that I think is really helpful if you are on prep and close to your show, especially because I know things are just really stressful and it's hard to battle your cortisol levels being really high. So also, if you're just somebody in general that has trouble with their emotions being all over the place and dealing with stress, it's pretty great. Another thing is I have a lot of trouble with not a lot of trouble, but I do have trouble with depression in the winter especially, and then I also have a lot of anxiety around driving and taking tests, and so I don't get stressed out in traffic anymore, which sounds really dumb, but I've been in some really bad accidents, so driving is just stressful for me, but I don't get stressed out anymore. I don't shake anymore when I drive. And another difference is when I take tests for work, I don't get that panicked feeling in my chest. I don't have trouble breathing. I'm not shaky. I don't feel hot. I had to take a test for work 2 weeks ago, and I took my Morphogen before taking it, and I went into that test. Like, I was still nervous, obviously, but I wasn't sweating. I wasn't, my heart wasn't racing. I didn't have like that tightness in my chest. I got through the test. I was able to actually think instead of, sometimes I'll just like start panicking. And I literally cannot think of any answers to write down because I just get so stressed around test taking. So I make sure to have this. And I will never take another test without this. But yeah, there's not much else to say. Those are the supplements I'm taking. That's all of them. Like I told you before, the ones that aren't a must-have, and then the ones that I refuse to go a day without. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Again, I said earlier, I do have a discount code. It is just code Lydia, and I'll put it right here. And that will get you 10% off of your order. And then another thing is, if you go to the website and you do order something from Morphogen Nutrition, you never have to pay shipping, and that is wonderful. So If you've been interested in trying some new products, I hope this was help to you. And if you have any questions, anything at all, you can either message me over on my Instagram account, which I check every single day, and then you could also leave a comment down below on this video and I will be sure to message you back if you have any. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did and you could give this video a thumbs up, that would be a super big help to me, and I will see you guys in the next video.